Mark Selby to break.
The things you learn in the jungle, eh? Funny enough, just thinking about what Steve was talking about there, John Spencer was a bit like that. He used to just drop the arm slightly to generate that little bit more backspin, and
he had a good cue power as well.
Oh,
didn't he?
not many people could screw the ball back as good as John Spencer. One of the all-time greats, of course, 3 times champion of the world. Well, he is human. Now, can Shaun get past the blue? Doesn't look like. Well, okay, when Mark played the pot on the red, he thought the only red he could leave was the one he was playing, but didn't get that close to the jaws. Could have left it, but the blue just covering the potting angle. He can play safe off the red, but can't hit enough to pot it.
Well, he's looking at a plant here. This is risky. It's very risky. Well, he's played it in such a way, he's screwing the cue ball back to balk, and maybe okay.
That's near the baulk line. You can just get past the yellow. As you say, easy safety. Mid-session interval after this frame. What Shaun Murphy wouldn't give for it. Not a difference to going 2 behind or 4 behind. But can he get the chance? Can he create the chance with a safety? Look at the safety success. Mark Selby, 100%. Shaun at 77%. Obviously he's been on the worst end of this match so far, but he's got to find a good safety here. He knows the form that Mark Selby's in. He cannot afford to leave him any easy starters. So there's pressure now on every shot in this very big frame for Shaun. Containing safety shot, and it looks as though he has contained the situation for the time being, but you still feel as though Mark has got the initiative. He's got an easy run off to any red he chooses to find that baulk cushion.
Yes, and Mark would like to put the cue ball down where his cue was a few minutes ago, down towards the yellow pocket, because on that side of the table it's going to be much more difficult for Shaun to get the ball back to safety. A little bit short. I wanted to cover the red over here on the right hand side of the table.
Well, applause, but not the best safety. Okay, he may not have left a pot on or something that will tempt he hasn't disappointed. Good length with the cue ball. A very good length, but there's a red available to the left corner. But the problem is with this, you're going to be running into other reds. You're not guaranteed to be on a colour. And because he's very close to the baulk cushion, it doesn't make this pot any easier. So this is a tough pot, and as I say, no guarantee of being on a colour. Well,
what a shot he's played there.
yeah, I didn't really... Well, I didn't expect him to play that slow.
Oh, well.
Well, it just shows you.
Mark Selby, one.
Maybe he thought he'd done all the hard work. The fact that he'd got on the black. You can't lose your concentration for a second at this game. What a chance he's handed now to Shaun Murphy. This big frame. Can Shaun now take advantage of this situation and put his first frame on the scoreboard?
He was looking at the black spot, wasn't he, a minute ago? Just seeing whether the black would re-spot on the spot there and be very tight. I'm not quite sure whether it will do. If it doesn't, pink spot is of course available. There's a big opportunity, as you said, John, for Shaun Murphy here. You'd feel he has to really get a sizable lead, if not win the frame at this visit, and get his first frame on the board.
And immediately playing for that red that's near the black spot, and this will free the black spot area. He's only got to roll this red in, he'll be on the black, and the black spot will be clear.
7.
So the black available into one corner pocket at the moment. The pink is in the open, blue on its spot, decent chance. Thank goodness for gravity.
Never a doubt.
14.
Well, look at this. Wow.
$15.
Right side of the blue, just stunned down. Plenty of reds to go at here. Have to try and get on a red and get back onto that black if he can. Looks pretty good.
Sure. 20. $21.
Yeah, nice cannon that was. Doesn't want to be straight on this red. Wants to have a little angle to
28.
get back up for the black if he can. But playing that wonderful little cannon has brought those two reds in the bottom left-hand corner pocket into play.
Well, it looks as though what you said was right. Ken, he's straight on the red he wants to play. He's had a look at the one immediately below the black. He's straight on that. And as you see, straight on this. So he's going to have to play the red he didn't want to play. He'll be running into another red. But it's okay.
29.
It's okay. He played the cannon on the second red. It could have gone wrong. But he's all right. Miles keeps saying it's such a big frame, and he can go to the midsection interval, can't he? Not feeling too bad if he wins this frame, because in all honesty he hardly had a chance in the first 3 frames, so he can't beat himself up about the scoreline.
Yes, and of course it looks pretty straightforward now, you would feel, but when you're 3-0 down, there's that bit of added pressure.
44.
I'm sure he can just drop this red in and still hold for the black. He doesn't like it though.
Yeah, I don't think now's the time to be dropping balls in, is it? Dead weight. Up for the blue, it appears. Just as long as he gets a good angle on the blue.
45.
Maybe overdid it a little bit. He was that desperate to get a good angle on the blue, but such is his cue power and his cue action, he could play the yellow and play the deep screw. Just didn't want to be short of the blue and overdid it slightly. But as I say, this yellow with his cue action shouldn't be a problem to get the cue ball back to this end of the table. Lots of bottom, lots of follow through. But he's just short of where he wanted to be.
47.
He needed to run on just another couple of inches and he'd have had this red to the corner pocket and the frame would have been in his mercy. This, a bit trickier.
Yes, and it's always the problem, isn't it? Once you run slightly out of position, it tends to magnify, and he's out of position here, and this is a lot tougher than his last putt. This will test his cueing. Yes, he's missed it.
Shaun Murphy, 48.
Wow.
Well, as you said, Ken, that's the problem. He wasn't good on the red, and the red was a difficult pot, so he put all his efforts into the pot, and of course you lose control and don't get good position. But he's not left anything easy. So he's got a 47-point lead. Oh, here's Mark Selby looking at the potting angle on this red. Boy, this is a tough pot to take on.
Super shot.
1.
Felt it was worth it, taking that difficult pot on, and now, all of a sudden, chance for a counter. This was the red that Shaun Murphy refused a few shots ago to try and hold for the black. As you said, John, he didn't like dropping it in. Now it may have cost him. This is what Mark Selby is very, very good at, these type of situations. Okay, he's 40 behind, but the way he's been playing, you'd expect him to probably finish the frame from here. I know it's a tall order, but you know, all the balls in the open. So good normally in this position.
14. 15.
And the lower one of the three, we know that that is available into the left corner. If you can get on that and get on it straight, you just got to be careful here. He gets good position, but then pot that red, pot the pink, and those two reds will be available into the right corner pocket. And that is inch perfect.
22.
We could have a new favourite for this frame now. Both the reds are available into the left middle, but as I say, if you've got a nice angle on the pink clears the path for the reds into the right corner. Well, it just shows you, wasn't it? You're just trying to hold nicely for the pink and nearly missed the red.
He was just trying to squeeze it into the... He was more concerned about the cue ball, wasn't he?
But you see the pink was blocking these two reds for this corner pocket, so it was imperative he got on the pink, and he's played that beautifully.
29.
Well, Shaun Murphy will be absolutely kicking himself. That miss on the pink, okay, it wasn't difficult. It was a difficult, very, very difficult pink underneath the cushion, but it was a position with his cue ball that would have
37.
irritated him. And here was a shot, Shaun, as you said, he was going up for the blue, didn't like that red into
42.
the bottom left hand corner pocket, and there you see, just ran out of position for the blue. And now
44.
Max Selby will need green, brown, blue and pink for a 4-0 lead.
Yes, and I was saying that
47.
if Shaun could have won this frame, gone into the interval 3-1 behind, he wouldn't have too much to tell himself off about, you know, because on reflection he didn't have any real chance in the first three frames, but he's had a chance in this one, and this one will really hurt. In goes the blue,
56.
and he's perfect on the pink, and the pink is all he needs. And in it goes. That wasn't like the first three frames went. Mark Selby had to make a counter-attack, and he did. Shaun Murphy in first with a 48, but that 62 gives Mark Selby a 4-0 lead at the mid-session interval.